right, good morning, PTNS Daily Show. Happy Monday morning. Hope your week is off to a good start. Totally fall here in Michigan right now. 50s and raining this weekend. Now it's supposed to be 80s the rest of the week. That's how it rolls up here. My name is Alan. I'll be your host today, COO of ICE, faculty member for our fitness athlete division here on Q&A Mondays. Excuse me. Before we get started, big thanks to Avera and the South Dakota Physical Therapy Association for having Jeff and Co. out this weekend out in South Dakota at their Avera conference for cervical spine management. And then big thanks to our good friends down at Delta Physical Therapy in Baton Rouge for having Justin and Morgan down for total spine thrust manipulation. Just a reminder, today is the total last day. If you're interested in Fitness Athlete Advanced Concepts, we're going to close registration today. We have a limited number of spots for that course. We're not going to start that course up again until into the new year. So if you're looking to jump in that course, if you've taken the live course and essentials already and you're looking to wrap up the Fitness Athlete certification, jump in that course today with Mitch and Zach before it sells out. This weekend coming up, Jeff is going to be down in Birmingham, Alabama with our friends at Friends and Family Homewood in Birmingham, Alabama for lumbar spine management. In 2 weekends, October 11th and 12th, we're going to have Jason out in Minneapolis at Motion for Bike Fit certification. That course also almost sold out, only has 4 seats left. If you're looking to work with cyclists, learn how to do a bike fit, start to offer that service in your clinic, be able to treat those patients. Great little value add to your clinic, being able to do cash bike fit in your clinic. That course is almost sold out with 4 spots left, so jump in there. And then a whole bunch of online stuff starting October 14th. Fitness Athlete Essential Foundations with yours truly and Mitch starting October 14th. Out of Network Step by Step with Sarah starting October 14th. And then October 28th, the last cohort of the year for Justin with Persistent Pain Management. So go to ptnice.com, check out all the courses. Let's start with the question that we got. Really good question. Happy it came in. Get it a lot and want to tackle it. How do you separate yourself in the gym as a physical therapist, a coach, and also just a gym member who is maybe just trying to get a workout in class? Maybe we're talking about how to create boundaries within those roles. And so obviously I'm biased. Mitch and I are biased. We are PTs, coaches, and gym members in the same gym. So we're kind of organically interwoven. And he would agree, I think, and I definitely agree that it's definitely tough to set barriers and that, at least for my sake, I don't really try to. Certainly we have hours of operation, hours where we're not available, hours where we're coaching and we can't be doing PT, where we're doing PT and we're not coaching, and when we're just working out in class or during a set time during the day where the coaches work out together. And so how do we create those barriers? What's the best way to set those barriers up? I think the first way is just recognize that this is a non-traditional setting, right? And just by nature of a non-traditional setting, not being in an office setting, not a 9-to-5 setting with polos and khakis on and Sperry shoes, that the interaction is going to be non-traditional, and just kind of embrace that and be flexible with the barriers that you do put up, not rigid. So not being a 9-to-5, creating barriers is difficult. There's a lot of interaction, especially if you are seeing patients in that gym. A lot of other members will know you as a PT, and they may come up to you while you're working out, while you're working with a patient, and interact with you. And just be flexible, right? Don't be hard and rigid and send people away. But also recognize, like, this is exactly where we want to be, right? We want to be in these spaces where we are primary care providers and in practicing primary prevention, where we can put out fires, nip issues in the bud before they ever develop into anything serious. Keep these folks away from going to see an orthopedic surgeon or getting an image or getting pills or surgery. Keep these people moving in the gym. Sometimes with just little 5-minute conversations can go a long way. And so if you're working out or you're in class, whether you're working out at open gym, maybe in the back working on some lifting or filming some videos, or in class doing the class workout with the class, just be firm in your boundaries, and tell them that you have to get this stuff done. Maybe you have to run back to your traditional clinic and you're just here to work out and leave. And just be firm and direct. I think patients will appreciate that, but let them know that you do have time to talk to them. It's just not right now. Hey, I have to crank through these videos for a seminar I'm giving this weekend. Hey, I have to get done my lifting or finish up with class, shower, and get out of here. But I'd love to come back later. I'd love to have you come see me maybe at lunch at my clinic if you're not practicing in that gym. Or here's my cell phone number. Just shoot me a text and we'll see what we can work out. It's not that I don't have time for you or don't want to talk to you or don't want to help you, but I just don't have the time right now. Can you shoot me a text? Let me know what's going on. We'll figure out a time to meet up later. So just be firm, but again, be flexible. Recognize that you will always struggle in this space if you believe that 100% of your time is worth money. And certainly there's an argument there that it's our experience and our knowledge that is worth money and we shouldn't give it away for free. Just like a lawyer would not do a free consultation, we should not be giving our time away for free. But if you are of the mind that you should only talk to people if you're on the clock, you will really struggle to succeed in this space, and that will really turn people off and they'll go elsewhere, which is the exact opposite of what we want to happen. So being available, having time before or after class, if you can make it in your schedule, if you're not working out of the gym, if you're just at the gym to work out and then you go to a traditional clinic setting, just being available, blocking some time in your schedule for 15 minutes after, just to answer questions can go so far. And I'm going to talk about a couple case studies here in a minute to hopefully hammer that point home. If they don't have time before or after class, maybe keep a block of time at your clinic where you have time just dedicated to see people from that gym. I think that goes a long way to build rapport with the members at the gym, but also the owners and coaches of the gym that, hey, I like to come here. I like to keep these members moving. I have an hour. Maybe it's your lunch hour. Maybe it's the first hour after lunch in the middle of the day where people can sneak over, buzz over in the middle of their day and see you really quick for 15 or 30 minute, maybe call it office hours. If that's not feasible, if you still need that rigid time barrier, you have to get in and out of the gym in an hour, maybe you have virtual office hours. This is something I've helped a lot of people set up. A lot of gyms will have a Facebook page, a private Facebook page for all their members to communicate. A lot of goings on, posting events, trading shoes and jump ropes and grips and all the kind of stuff that we know goes on in a CrossFit gym. If you can get into that group and maybe during the workday you don't have time to talk to folks, but maybe every other Monday night at 8 Eastern you could have virtual office hours where you go live for an hour on Facebook Live in that private group and you are just available to answer questions. And members can jump in and ask questions. They can email you or text you questions and you can answer them on the air. I think that goes a long way to creating a barrier but still being available to help those members if you have a really rigid schedule that doesn't allow you to be around the gym maybe as much as you want to. The third point I want to hit on is that under no circumstances do you supersede the coach that's teaching that class. This happens a lot. It rubs coaches the wrong way. It makes coaches and owners not want to have PTs or other allied healthcare providers in their class or in their gym because people all of a sudden ignore the coach and doctor's in class. I'm going to ask the doctor what to do because the doctor has doctor in front of their name and this coach just has coach in front of their name. The coach is always in charge of the class, of his or her class, no exceptions. If you're in that class to work out, you are just an athlete. You are not Dr. Athlete. Encourage members, if they do come up to you in class to ask for a modification or a scale or what to do, tell them they need to talk to the coach. That is the coach's job. The coach controls the class. Now, the coach may be fine with you helping, but make sure that you know that and that it's two-way and the coach is okay with people coming to talk to you about that or the coach saying, hey, go talk to Alan about what to do because that's the coach's job, right? That's what the coach is there for is to ensure you understand what the workout is, what it should feel like, how to do the movements, and then also how to scale and modify those movements if you can't do it as written for whatever reason. Not strong enough, not fast enough, haven't been doing CrossFit long enough, don't have those skills, or the person is actively injured. That is the coach's literally their job, is to control all of those facets of the class. So don't take over from that coach and start telling people what they should and shouldn't do because of their injury or otherwise. Always make sure that the coach is in charge of the class and that you have really good communication. If you are working with patients, whether or not you're in the gym with them or not, make sure if you give them a plan for a workout or you tell them how to or what movements to modify, that gets brought back to the coach. The member knows when class starts, hey coach, Alan told me to do these movements and to do the workout this way because of my shoulder, because of my calf, whatever. Make sure that communication is rock solid and that the coach doesn't get the wrong idea about you, that you're trying to take over their class and tell the members what to do. And make sure, again, the members know that too. The members need to tell the coach what they're going to do, and that it's not just some free-for-all where a whole bunch of people are in class doing all sorts of different scales and modifications because that's what the PT told them to do. So keep that communication open. So keeping those barriers rigid can be tough. I'm certainly bad at it, but I'm okay that I'm bad at it. Personally, at least at CrossFit Fenton, I don't mind giving my time away for free, as much time as I can spare. These people have helped me change my life, right? They were there cheering me on when I couldn't even jump to a plate, right? When I had to step up to a little box because I was that out of shape. They were there cheering me on each and every workout the whole way since I started this journey. So at least me personally, I have trouble keeping those barriers up, but I'm aware of that and I'm okay that I, at least personally, don't really want those barriers there. A lot of the members have Mitch and I's cell phone. We're a little bit more organically integrated in the gym, being that we're next door in the clinic, and that we are also coaches at the same gym, so it's a lot more interwoven. But that being said, I don't mind being texted. I don't mind folks coming over and asking me stuff. If I'm lifting or something and I have a lot of rest, I don't mind people coming over and shooting the breeze with me. If I'm working with a patient and it's maybe a new patient in the corner to the gym and they're brand new to this, I'm going to say, hey, I'm with this client right now, and I need to be really focused on this client. If it's another gym member that happens to be my patient, if it's somebody that's been my client for a while and they're used to the gym environment, then sometimes I don't mind that members kind of hang around and just shoot the breeze while I'm working with somebody. Certainly, it doesn't take much to multitask and chat a little bit, but I have trouble keeping those barriers up. So really quick before we wrap up, a couple case studies of if you are not rigid with your barriers, and if you don't mind texting folks at night and answering questions before or after class, like the impact you can have in this community. A couple weeks ago, it was Friday night, 7:30. I was at the grocery store. A member texted me, "Hey, can you jump on a call with me really quick and talk to me about my back? I'm having really bad back pain." I said, "Yep, let me check out and get to my car." Called him, really bad back pain. 9 to 10 out of 10, was thinking about going to urgent care. It was so bad, right where his spine met his tailbone. Talked him through basically a lumbar examination, told him exactly what to do and to tell me what he felt, and walked him through kind of a self-lumbar examination. Basically, extension intolerant low back pain. Flexion actually made him feel better. Had him rock some Jefferson curls with a kettlebell and some nerve flossing. Gave it all to him over the phone. I said, "Hey, try this again before bed." He texted me, "Hey, my pain's down to a 4 or 5 out of 10. I said, "Cool, rock it again before bed. Rock it again in the morning. Shoot me a text in the morning. Let me know how you feel." In the morning after his exercises, almost no pain. Next day, no pain at all, right? So over the course of a 12-minute phone call, able to help him through some back pain that he was going to go to urgent care for. Maybe, who knows, right, from that situation where that could go. But kept him from that, he was back in the gym Monday morning. That's exactly the value we can bring, being in the space and being available to work with these people. As far as modifications go, again, as long as that communication is there, working with a member Well, he was my patient, and then he became a gym member. But working with him on some heel pain, just really fine-tuning his running dosage, has a lot of trouble with impact running, jump rope, jumping like box jumps. Giving him plans every time there's running or jump rope or jumps, slowly working that volume back in as his symptoms improve, and just having his planned workout for him on a whiteboard that he can show to the coach and say, hey coach, here's how I'm going to tackle this workout. This is what Alan wrote for me. What do you think? Coach says, hey, that's fine. That looks like a good plan to get the intended stimulus of this workout. I'm fine with that. So keeping that communication open with the coaches, working with that client for a few minutes before class to come up with a game plan for the workout. And then just talking and sharing knowledge. Members want to know about performance. They want to know about sleep. They want to know about diet. Yesterday morning, 6 a.m. on a Sunday, a member texted me. She's an early riser like me. I was already up, surprised. I was already up and working at 6 a.m. She texted me and had a whole bunch of questions about heart rate variability and her own heart rate variability based on her Whoop and different stuff she could do. And that's not a problem for me to text with her on a Sunday morning and talk about heart rate variability. Again, I think being in this space, that's the knowledge and value we bring. For those of you who might be saying, man, that guy with the back pain, you did it for free. That sounds like telehealth. That sounds like you could have got him in for an eval and made some money. And again, that's, at least for me, the wrong way to look at it, that we always have to be getting paid. And I'll tell you, he was so happy. Not somebody I interact with, somebody I coach sometimes, but not somebody I interact with heavily on a daily basis. He said, I was so impressed with not only you helping me after hours on a Friday night, but how quickly I felt better and just kind of how dialed in you were with being able to help me. And he sent me his mother-in-law as a patient, right? So now his mother-in-law is my patient. And so again, in the end, still made money, right? So everybody wins. So I hope that helps. Again, it's difficult for Mitch and I to give you clear instructions on how to create firm barriers here because we are so organically integrated into the gym at CrossFit Fenton and Health HQ, all kind of on the same team. I know there are those of you out there that maybe go to multiple gyms and you really have to create those barriers. And I would say just be firm but flexible. Schedule stuff out. Consider virtual office hours, especially if you're at multiple gyms. You can't be at multiple spots at once. Consider doing workshops where you can answer a lot of questions at once, a lot of the same questions at once, maybe a bi-weekly or a monthly workshop on a different topic, and you can educate the membership base and answer a lot of questions that they're going to have of you all at once and kind of help maintain that barrier and help your schedule out a little bit more. So hope that helps. Happy to answer more questions on this. Leave them in the comments. I was told my apartment last weekend is depressingly empty. If you're watching on video, it's just kind of white walls. So if you have a suggestion for what could go behind me, I'd be happy to hear that in the comments too. That's a wrap. Hope you all have a great Monday. If you're not signed up for Hump Day Hustling, what's wrong with you? Go to ptnice.com, scroll to the bottom, sign up for Hump Day Hustling. In your email inbox every Wednesday morning, 5 of the articles and content that the faculty have looked at over the past week think are cool, are noteworthy, that you should get a hold of. That comes to you free, no spam. That's all that's in it is just some research articles and blog links. That comes to you every Wednesday free of charge. So go to ptnice.com, scroll to the bottom, and sign up. If you're not signed up for Virtual Ice, get signed up for Virtual Ice. If you've wanted to get plugged into Ice for a while, you're just kind of listening on the fence, you haven't come to a course, sign up for Virtual Ice. Get dialed in. 52 sessions a year, 24 CUs. If you hang on for the whole year, $30 a month, cancel anytime. Great way to get dialed in, especially if a course is not in the future for you. Don't forget Fitness Athlete Essential Foundations with Mitch and I. If you want to hear more from me, you want to hear more from Mitch, October 14th, the next cohort. We've got about 5 spots left. That will definitely fill up. It always does, especially in the last week. So if you've been on the fence about that, jump into there. If you want to catch Mitch, Zach, or I out on the road, you can catch Zach and our good friend Megan Daly out in Los Angeles November 9th and 10th at Paradiso CrossFit. You can catch Zach and I in New York, Victor, New York, at Limitless Physical Therapy, November 16th and 17th. And then you can catch Zach and Kelly out in Chicago, January 11th and 12th of next year. So a lot of great options to learn more about the fitness athlete scene if you want to come out and see us. So that's a wrap. Hope you all have a great Monday. Have a great week. See you next time.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to the PT on Ice Daily Show. If you enjoyed this content, head on over to iTunes and leave us a review. And be sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram at the Institute of Clinical Excellence. If you're interested in getting plugged into more ICE content on a weekly basis while earning CEUs from home, check out our virtual ICE online mentorship program at ptonice.com. While you're there, sign up for our Hump Day Hustling newsletter for a free email every Wednesday morning with our top 5 research articles and social media posts that we think are worth reading. Head over to ptonice.com and scroll to the bottom of the page to sign up.